ArcBliss are very tragic. Never top 8, but more than once 9th place. And PolterGhost not too far behind? Oh no, just kidding, I was confused by MT14. No, actually, a bit behind. So maybe actually, like, the opportunity to show better. I mean, it has been better already. This is our last loser 3 match, I believe. Which means that PolterGhost probably won 2 matches? Let's have a quick peek. No, 1 match. Alright. So if PolterGhost goes out now, it would be par for the course. On 2. Win rate of 33% for Polter, 66% for ArcBliss. That's like twice as good. My calculations are correct. Having the worst computer in MT is ArcBliss' best skill. PolterGhost is an actual crow. Not just like a not crow. So, like, on paper, definitely ArcBliss has the edge here. 66% is pretty high. Lots of matches played, 53 matches. But no top 8 appearances. Like, if we just go by stars, then this is an equal match. ArcBliss hoping to finally get that star. Already in losers, though. Like I said, losers 3. So whoever loses is lost. See what they played. PolterGhost playing Gum against Grandmeister. Cool game. And then losing to Andy in Rocket Go, which doesn't sound... It sounds like a game Andy would be good at. I can tell you that much. ArcBliss losing to Timo Star in the Matador. Cool game. Very fast race, like fast opponent, so not sure how much ArcBliss is to blame for that. And winning against Cine and Choo Choo Minder. That game was awesome. Did I say losing? Winning against Cine. I don't know what I said. Whichever it is. Choo Choo Minder was cool. Gotta move trains around. I like trains. Choo. Also, I just noticed that, like, you know, it says like PolterGhost matches and then ArcBliss matches, which is correct, and I didn't know I programmed it like that, so I'm very impressed by myself. So yeah. Oh, we have a good game. We have a fur turret submission. And I looked at it earlier. This game has different goals sometimes. Sometimes we play a pretty short one. This one is potentially pretty long, dependent on how much you suck, I guess. And this is the longer version. I'm curious how the racers are gonna be able to do this. Professor Layton and Diabolical Chess. Is that the second or the third one? I know it's on the DS. First one is Curious Village. Then we got... Yeah, this is the second one, and then the third one is Unbound Future. In Europe and America it has a different title, whichever. This one I kind of skipped all the story. I don't know. I remember the plot twist being really stupid, just like all the plot twists in like games. But the plot twist in Untitled Future is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I don't want to spoil it, but it's ridiculous. It just makes no sense. It's unrealistic. It is completely off the rails. Here's a good game. I did finish this game. Even the story. This is the sad part. This is where your girlfriend dies. Not really, but almost. And also she's not really a girlfriend, but almost. Sad. Layton 2 is the least likely plot twist. You do mean Diabolical Vox, right? Because, I mean, if it's what I think it is, it's realistic-ish. In like a weird movie way. As we're missing nothing, the players are, like, we don't even have 2 streams yet. Yeah, they travel by train and then they open the box. The Diabolic Box. And there's a sword fight? I don't remember that much. Sword fight, that reminds me of a puzzle. I stab you with my sword. This is where the composer for Breath of the Wild got the idea to put aggressive piano all over the place. Oh, you're about to die? Let me hammer on this piano keys. Yeah, the crossover, Phoenix Wright versus Professor Layton, or the other way around, I don't know. That was weird as well. It doesn't even make sense, the big plot twist of the disappearing tower. It's just not physically logical. But I love them. I really like Phoenix Wright, I like Layton. Like I said, 2 is the only story I skipped for some reason. I do like the new ones as well, the 2 3DS. Not so much the very new one. I didn't even finish that one. Alright. We have a game, I believe. Let me check. Looks good, looks great. Looks like a game to me. The game's called Stuntman. We should have audio here, I believe. Where's the audio? There's the audio. Stuntman, a GBA game, also available for PS2, but we're playing GBA, and interestingly it uses the driver engine that whichever company made. What company is this? Atari, and then the symbol is in the middle there. So this is a 3D GBA game, and like every 3D GBA game, it's kind of weird. You know, like the PlayStation 1 has weird projection issues when trying to draw big rectangles, right? The GBA has weird issues all the time, no matter what it's trying to do in 3D. Everything is weird. You drive into a wall, the wall may not even be there, who knows? Mystery. And you can really count the number of 3D games pretty much in one hand. What have we got? We got Driver, we got Stuntman, we got Asterix and Obelix, or just Asterix in America, I think. We got Max Payne, Doom? I don't know if that counts. Mashing Drive? Never heard it. Also, we gotta see some really weird 3D. Every time, like, new movies, and like, so this game is split into movies. We're only gonna do complete the first movie, which actually means complete the test movie and the first movie. There's like basically 2 chapters. And every time you like start a new chapter or scene or something, there's this talking head, like taking up half the screen. It looks awful. Let me warn you, you're gonna get nightmares about this weird face, making weird faces at you. Oh, Medal of Honor, that game was so bad. And Series M was suboptimal. Alright, B button break. Oh yeah, oh, so we got a bit of a spoiler here on the left. I'll wait until we see the game. It'll be easier to explain what is going on. This is very poor. $0 to his name. And let me post the pastebin. Pastebin. Oh, it's a rentry. All the good pastebins are entries. Here we go. Let's see if there's anything interesting. A to go, B to not go, R to handbrake, L to action. You might find it helpful to review the in-game icon description before beginning. That's what PolterGhost is doing. Sail the vehicle without losing sight of it. I mean, that's kind of a lie, because as soon as you're like 2 meters behind the car on the GBA, it runs out of pixels and appears. You can skip all cutscenes. Most of the stages are in the test run, like I said, the first chapter. You must complete 50% of the tasks. I'll get to that when we start. And in the movie phase, the second chapter, we're gonna have to do 85% of the tasks. So the difficulty will ramp up in a sense, but also maybe the game, I don't know, maybe the levels are a bit more forgiving. Because 50 and 85 is quite a difference. It's like the difference between 33 and 66% win rate. The ghost says, may have gone too far in few places. Stop pressing buttons then, reset the game. Like the first time. Oh, we saw the face! Oh no, spoiler. Or the jamming soundtrack. They're on different screens, but I don't care. PolterGhost, it was a demo. ArcBliss says, can't believe it says you can skip all cutscenes, but doesn't say which button. I mean, the thing has like 6 buttons. You'll manage. I'm just jamming out to this 10-second loop. Alright, we're starting. As we hear some bleeps and bloops from ArcBliss. And here we go. Go! Alright, here's the face. You can see it a little more on ArcBliss because, wait, yeah, so PolterGhost has an advantage. He knows which button skips, but whatever. It's Stuntman! We're in England. You can tell by this bus that literally crushed PolterGhost and ArcBliss! No, that wasn't supposed to happen. Cut! Oh, get wrecked. Wait, ArcBliss, avoid the bus! Okay, sure, I don't know about that. So, we have this timer in the top left. It will count down to 0. If it reaches 0, we lose. There's checkpoints which refill some of your time, so it's not too much of an issue. We have a damage meter in the top right, which I don't think has ever run out in the history of this game. And we have, most importantly, in the center of the screen, the path. The bar filled with red and green dots. You want to fill it with all green dots, or at least, as we learned, 50% during the first chapter and 85% during the second chapter. And in order to do that, you have to do certain things. Like hit the objects, which ArcBliss completely ignores. Hit this one. Or jump. And also land in the rectangle. Narrow passage, you're not allowed to touch the wall. Ooh, that may be a touch. Ah, it wasn't. Oh, I think this is a clear. It has to stop in this area, has 3 seconds. Ooh. Oh, that's close. So there's a bit of a strategy. At the very end, if you're on like 1 second, you can just fail the last task on purpose, because it's gonna end the map. If you come to a stop, it may take longer and you run out of time. It's kind of interesting. Alright, here we go. Scene 2, Chapter 1. There's this train, we're gonna see this a bunch of times. ArcBliss just phases through the train, love to see it. Pass on the left. Gotta pass this car on the left. So, one thing to note about this game, everything, or at least close to everything in this game, is on a fixed timer, a global timer. So, if you crash headfirst into a car, just as an example, like, imagine that would have happened, or into a rock. And then there's a train that you're supposed to jump over. You'll not gonna be able to do that, because you're late. You have missed your train. But I think that's what happened to ArcBliss. It just suddenly gave him a red dot, and I think that was a like pass on the right of the car that he passed. But it's just... the task wasn't there anymore, because he missed the global timer. It's gonna happen a bunch of times. Oh, here, like, for example, this handbrake 180. If you just drive through it, it may be a lot faster than actually doing a handbrake 180. So both players still passing it. Onto scene 3, I suppose? Do we have audio on the left? I like having leader audio. Alright, let's see how this goes.
Not a great start.
Oh, never mind. We don't... I mean, actually... when Myth is here, he doesn't let me do this. Let's listen to PolterGhost a little bit. Isn't quite convinced of its start, but I thought it was okay. Like I have a cool comment.
There's one on the left! What am I passing? Pass on the left! Pass on the right!
Alright, let's go back to ArcBliss. So, PolterGhost immediately running into what I said. Missing the global timer on like a car that is supposed to be at that intersection, and being just not able to pass anything on the left because it's passed. It's gone. Here, see? Yeah, there's the car for ArcBliss. Yeah, this is not gonna work. Pass on the left my ass. Oh, that was really good. But like, as long as you run out of time, you can see how much, like, hit the object is pretty free, jump is pretty free. There's a lot of easier tasks, and then there's like the hard timed ones. Like here, jumping over this GTA truck, easy. It's almost impossible to fail that. Oh my god, this guy swerved into our lane. The 90-degree hand turns and brake turns. Personally, I never found them hard when I played this game, but I remember in the last game, people had like in the last race of this, people had huge issues with that. So I don't know, like, these scenes sometimes have like a story, like the train, you know, or in this one, I think we're following this truck a little around that is like swerving all over the place. But I don't know what that's about. Is this also a movie that we're making? But it's also like, I don't know, just like the license we're doing. A little weird. The object. Come on. Ouch. Ouch. PolterGhost running into a car a little bit. It's really out of time now. Not a great turn either, but gonna make this checkpoint. Clip on the right, who cares? We're already done with the tasks. Which is really funny, by the way, right? Like, this is this 2-minute scene or whatever, and then like the first half is perfect. We did all the cool action stuff, and then the second one, I don't know, we kind of stopped trying, and the director was like, I mean, you did do the first half, it's good. ArcBliss is also saying screw this. Gonna hit these objects just because it's fun. And Mark 90. He turned a little early and then didn't handbrake inside the thing, but like I said, maybe on purpose because we don't need to do any of that. Are we following this car? I think we're following this car. Narrow passage, you're not allowed to touch the walls, that's kind of important. Ah, here we go. On PolterGhost side there was that square with the hand icon. That's when you press L. Like, make an explosion happen, which by the way, again, why is the Stuntman doing that? It seems unsafe and unnecessarily complicated. Action button. Oh, ArcBliss drove around the checkpoint. That's amazing. I didn't even know that was possible. Is this the mission that gave... Yeah, this is the mission that gave everyone so much issues in the previous race of this. I remember this. They took a lot of tries because at the end of this, after a left turn behind this like lodge building, Austria, whatever, there's gonna be this passage here with these rocks. Never mind the vehicle. Charles is long gone. But like these rocks, they fall in your path and they like roll around, and it's this weird GBA 3D stuff. It's impossible to tell where the rock is and where you're allowed to drive. But listen to some PolterGhost audio, I'm curious.
What kind of movie are you making here?
What?
Oh, sorry, we couldn't afford the fucking union dues.
What the fuck is he talking about? Didn't clip on the right there. He's crashing into the guy. ArcBliss lost the car as well. He also has to redo this, like... This reminds me of... There's some James Bond game where you drive on ice like
Why
this.
is there an explosion there? We're in the middle of a field of ice.
PolterGhost doing well, but doesn't know about this treachery path. Right here, this one. There's gonna be 2 rocks, I believe.
What was this about? I'm dead! Why did you push a real boulder on me?
Oh no. So if you're fast enough, you can actually make it under that boulder. Cut, yeah. Cut, no, we gotta do that again. That wasn't in the script.
This movie's gonna have more deaths than Ben-Hur.
That counted as a clip. I'm calling bullshit on that. Then again, it's this weird 3D. Oh wait, ArcBliss, it did the thing! ArcBliss was so fast that those rocks didn't have time. Gravity was too slow.
Find someone else to press the action button, sir. You fucking pushed a boulder on my head.
Alright, we gotta come back to PolterGhost in a bit. Yeah, ArcBliss first try making those boulder cycles, or whatever you want to call it, the global cycle. Pass on the right, yeah, right. Pass on, yeah, this is not gonna happen, I think. This is gonna expire before ArcBliss gets to it. Oh my god, this is a different car. Didn't count the pass on the left. But I mean, we only need to do 50%. This is still the training, I believe. Oh, is PolterGhost, did PolterGhost pass? This looks like the same level, right? Yeah, this is the same level. Also misses the pass on the right. Doing a little better. Ouch, crashes into that car, but then gets like a bump by this SUV or something. Oh, ArcBliss is not gonna make the checkpoint. Too slow. Let's see if PolterGhost has an easier time. It's pretty good on objectives so far, so this way you can start to think about like skipping some of them perhaps. Like let's see what's coming up. We got a clip. You don't have to try to clip. It's dangerous to try and clip there. Where are we going? PolterGhost, stay on the road, please. Oh my god, this like sky tram fell down. Tragedy. Yeah, like hit his handbrake turn. Just don't do it. Just gonna slow you down a little bit. Jump? Yeah, sure, you can do it. Another handbrake turn, don't bother. Yeah, I think you lose time if you handbrake turn. Just because you lose so much speed from doing that. ArcBliss, meanwhile, is also doing pretty well. Clear for Polter. And I think that's gonna be a clear from ArcBliss. He's a checkpoint with 7 seconds. Gonna be a clear, I believe. But there's really nothing hard still coming up. It's handbrake turn and then something? A jump? Maybe? I forgot. Yeah, it's a jump and then it's just a stop. We can do that. Who misses the jump? Movie's ruined. Oh, is this... Hold on, is this the movie I'm thinking of? Like the scene for PolterGhost? Let's listen to PolterGhost. I'm curious. There's one mission where there's like a plane that is constantly dropping bombs, and it's the worst. If you're off the global cycle...
Skip? What?
Yeah, see, oh,
What?
there. There was a global cycle there. There's even a timer. There's like a plane that is dropping these explosives, I believe. And PolterGhost is not gonna get any of these. They're gonna be late for all of these cycles. But maybe this is not the one. 180. It's more like a 270. Oh, you can hear the noise. See? The plane dropped the explosion and PolterGhost is like 10 seconds late
why
or
are
something.
there explosions ahead of me and why am I failing?
Oh, you think that's the first movie? ID thinks it's the first movie, Furter disagrees. I mean, we'll probably see. This looks like greater than 50 and...
Just be like, woo! Right after every time I have to brake for him. Like, really?
Looks like more than 50 but less than 85%, so I think
Sorry,
we're
you're
gonna
not
see.
fucking going fast enough for my movie. You guys don't have, like, cues or anything? You're expecting me to handle all this shit? Really?
I mean, I agree with that. But there's no reason why the stuntman should press the button for the explosion. Ouch. It counted, I guess. Come to a stop! Oof.
Hey,
Almost
Bowen
ran out of
makes
time.
more sensible films than this, sir.
I think that counted. But this can't be the
Scarab
first
of
movie.
Lost Souls? I thought I had to do Toothless and Waping. Am I just like on 40 different sets? But it's the same director every time!
A very diverse director. Got everything. He's got the Middle East here. With, like, got the snow.
No!
movie.
Stop it! Stop driving into me! Stop it! There was one on the left! Oh, I'm so...
Well,
It's like, pass the airplane. You can't put a fucking marker over there. You gotta say, oh, pass it on the left. Well, that'd be cool, sir, except, like, you gave me zero clue that I was supposed to do that.
He's not even correct. You're not supposed to pass the plane on the left. There was a car in that
How hard up
intersection.
am I for money as a fucking stuntman that I'm taking jobs from this idiot? Did I get blacklisted? Like...
If ArcBliss has an easier time narrow passage.
must have, like,
oh, this is tough
pissed
checkpoint.
off the wine
Just barely
steins.
gets it over there. Oh, but then.
Oh! I was supposed to pass that car! What?
Yep. We're supposed to pass that car. That's not passing on the left.
Sorry, sir, these car hitboxes are like 5 times the size of my own vehicle.
Oh, here's the plane again.
Why are there explosions? Who is doing the cues? Sorry, you weren't close enough to the explosion. We fucking rigged it up with a timed fuse. Like we're mining for gold. We got TNT in our hands. Sorry, it's already burning away.
I mean, he doesn't even know that there's a plane.
How? That was in the zone. You know what? No.
I mean,
That counts.
I don't know about that.
Hello?
Oh! The real co-commentator joins.
I see you're trying something new.
I had a lot of fun with this. PolterGhost is very expressive. Stuntman, you know this game. We have talked about this before. During a race.
Yeah. This was, sometimes testers test games together with little tester races. It's pretty rare
Make it sound so cute.
nowadays. Yeah.
Sometimes
Well,
we
it
have
kinda
little,
was.
little races. Oh, does ArcBliss have 50%? Oh, okay, this action button is
What are
free,
they?
so I
6,
think
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 to
I'm kind of like
less than 12, I think.
52%.
Yeah.
But PolterGhost also
that-
passed it, so now we're on
That
this.
doesn't count as math. That's counting. It's different. You
Well,
can do that on stream.
counting is kind of math, isn't it? Like simple math.
I was adding up like a 3-1 and a 2 and a
I was doing like
2 and a 1.
there was that section of 4 greens, and then there was a section of 4 reds, so I just kind of cancelled them out each other, and I kept doing
Whoa. That's gotta be math.
that. Which is it? I feel like that's less math.
You don't count in negatives. Think about it. But yeah, so the little fairy testers who would come out in the middle of the night in your kitchen and race video games got together to race this game. So I have weird memories of giddily trying to figure out what this game wanted from me.
It's pretty tough sometimes when you're like behind the cycle.
Yeah, just like a helicopter comes down, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
And then, oh, I guess it's the end of the level. Okay.
Yeah, there's an explosion somewhere, and you're like, oh, I was supposed to be there?
ArcBliss has got a
Oh.
bit of a lead.
Lead in tasks, you mean.
Yeah.
0? No, too slow.
You just completely
Polterghost
lose
exploded.
that
No, Polterghost is on the first movie. And it's the first thing again?
The movie is the first time where it's like a little different, or you need like more than 50%.
We need 85% during the movie.
Yeah.
But so this... Is the tutorial like a preview of the whole game? That's weird. What?
The original goal of this stopped before the first movie.
Yeah, lame.
I think because 85% was just rude.
I think difficulty is fine.
Yeah. Well, we added it back in for other iterations of this goal, so it's back again. And it's been a literally perfect run so far.
ArcBliss is late on all of these. Not that it probably matters. Right, actually, ArcBliss is close-ish. But I think this is gonna be fine.
ArcBliss is struggling with clip. Clip on the left, clip on the right. Like, I didn't quite ever figure out how to make it be happy.
Yeah, you gotta kind of touch it. Right, that's
I mean,
clear.
in theory, but then ArcBliss just cleared it, not clipping it at all.
I mean, it was a bit touching, I think. Like, he was close enough.
But his car didn't, like, react at all. Like, it just...
The GBA,
There was
there's
no,
only
there
so
was
many
no
sprites.
sound. It just... It was more of a near miss, which I think is also its own thing.
Wait, this movie is titled Toothless in Warping? Is that a city?
I need to see how it's spelled.
It happened every time for both of them.
Oh,
They
man.
immediately died when the race started, and then now that we're redoing this stage, they're doing it again. Hilarious. Is this mirrored for PolterGhost now? Or are there two of these?
I think there's two that are kind of similar.
Okay. Oh, here's this action. So this is a new one. It's just the first mission of each movie that we did as the tests, I suppose. Too slow? The PolterGhost bar was
100%
completely
task
green!
completion, too slow.
Ah, that's so rude. That's, what was it called? RC the Go?
Oh, yeah.
But this is the opposite. This game doesn't let you finish after the timer, and if you still roll into the finish.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, Warping is a region of London. Alright. Also makes sense that it's toothless then.
Polterghost somehow gets credit for a 180 there.
Yeah, that was cool. But
The
it's
movie
only
one
like
seems more generous or something.
it's only like 12 objectives, which means you can only fail 2. According to my math. Maybe a mistake.
Can never fail enough then. From here on out, 2 seconds left. Whopping. Yeah. I've never seen that before, despite having played this goal before.
Yeah,
I love it.
there's
This
a different
weird
director.
dreamlike man who
Yeah.
fades in, pixelated, and then goes out immediately. And it's just, who is that? I don't know what's going on.
It's
Just
the
keep driving.
director! He's got very specific plans about what you should be doing. And then,
Oh, man.
and then if you fail some of them, like this explosion that he just spent like $20,000 on, he's like, I mean, that's fine. He still got 85%. Well, Polterghost missed 3. I think this is too much. Actually, 3 might just make it.
6, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So there's 14.
The other 14? I don't know.
That's not good. 3 out of 15 would have been 80%. So that's already more. It's already less than 80%.
True.
But why not drive through and see the rest of the level?
That's true, that's true. Also, maybe GBA game and it miscalculates our favor. Vehicle destroyed. With that.
Alright, let's see this clip. Alright.
There's a clip.
I forgot the way that the world seems to distort around the edges of the screen.
Yeah, I was talking about it when the game started. Like, the PlayStation has the transformation issues. This game has all the issues. The 3D never looks correct if you're, like, near a wall or basically at any time.
Oh, it's so freaky.
There's, like, Z sorting difficulties that this game has sometimes. Like, we can still see the container through the wall.
Yeah. Those bricks were straight up in a... There was like a fisheye thing going on.
I mean, in this game's defense, the GBA was never supposed to... 0? That's a clear for ArcBliss. So ArcBliss is
Yeah.
on the same level now that PolterGhost is on, but PolterGhost is doing well. Last time PolterGhost was through this part. Good truck, it says Atari. It's an Atari truck. trucks.
There's another truck through that truck. It's a
Look,
fake truck.
Desorting is expensive on the hardware.
It is pretty amazing that there's a 3D driving game that, like a genuinely 3D driving game on the GBA that runs at a decent frame rate, you know?
ArcBliss missing 2. I don't think ArcBliss can miss another. Yeah, we know ArcBliss cannot miss him. Toothless in weapon.
Just did.
Oh, wait, that's clear? That's clear. I wasn't looking.
A whooping and a hollering. GG.
That was fast.
That was very fast.
I think
I
it's
remember
mostly...
the goal without the movie taking us probably north of 30 minutes.
So previous races of this, let me it was really fast. Speed runs like... Oh, I played this. How well did I do? I did play this as a kid, but not a lot. I did the other goal in 20 minutes flat. So I don't know what this tells us.
You would have had 6 minutes to do these 2 movie levels, I guess?
3.
Just 3 of them, okay.
But... Wooble, I guess? I don't know. You'll never know.
Yeah.
Previous times of complete the first movie were 42 and 45 minutes. Both of these races doing really well compared to that.
Yeah, this is pretty wild. I jumped in and saw that the race had gone for 16 minutes and had some idea of where they would be, and then they were already on the movie.
Yeah, I would think they would be on the snow level, you know, with the boulders.
Yeah.
But they both did really well on that. ArcBliss cleared it first try after getting to the boulder.
That's really wild to me.
Oh my god. PolterGhost paused the game on this very creepy fisheye frame. I don't like it. Oh, ArcBliss has to make it to this action button, but this is gonna work out. And that's the clear, I believe.
Alright, last level then for ArcBliss.
I think this was the last one, right?
I don't know, that was something.
Toothless in wrapping. Sounds like a Toothless in wrapping up the movie.
I thought a hootin' and a hollerin' was the... Okay.
No, that's when you know that it's the
There's
second
like
movie.
2 screens. There was a screen at the top that said racing through the keys. And then it just switched to this one, GG.
The end. Game done. PolterGhost likes this game. So fine. Still doing
I
stuff.
liked this game. It seemed like an impossibility. A GBA racing game would capture my interest. It's not even well, it's sort of a racing game. It's a driving game.
And like the frame rate is okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's impressive to me the most. The whoopin' and the hollerin'. The old Western Stuntman driver.
Yeah, I think I finally put it all together. So I think Racing Through the Keys was the level. Toothless and Whopping was the movie, the first movie we're working on, and A Hoopin' and a Hollerin' is the second movie.
Oh, God. But
Is that gonna count?
Yeah, it counted and it had to. Wait, no!
You need an 85% success rate.
Failing 2 is already too much. That's brutal. You can only fail 1.
Yeah. Hello, ArcBliss.
Hello. Pause that music blasting in my ear.
Both of these, like that you had, guess what? The second best blind time we've ever seen on this game.
Of course, of course. You know,
Dang.
I'm getting pretty sick of losing to people who excel specifically at the game. No, I'm kidding. It's fantastic.
You did really good in both of your races, and you just kind of came a little bit short due to circumstances.
Hello.
Hello, PolterGhost.
Hello, congratulations.
That was a really fun game.
That was a fun game. There was a
I
few
hate this
janky
director.
spots. There's a few janky spots where the stuff is so far away that it's like impossible. Or the yellow, something flies around the corner, and then it's like, go left, and I'm on the right already. I'm like, how would I go left there? But other than that, also I spent one entire stage going to the opposite of whatever it said, because well, there was enough other things that it didn't matter, and I still finished the stage. But it was like, go left, and I went right. Every time I said right, I went left.
My entire race commentary was me complaining about this idiotic director. Like, you don't have cues for these people? You just set off bombs and expect me to just chase the fuse as it's burning like it's a stick of TNT?
I'm a pretty big fan of the, if you get behind the bombs, you physically cannot catch back up, and you just miss all of them.
And then you have me pressing the button for half the bombs, but not these ones? How does this make sense?
He hired the best, all right. He expects the best. Able to risk their lives for the tutorial.
They crushed me with a boulder!
I was a pretty big fan of the first thing in the game being if you just held gas, it crushed you.
Yeah. Just a fucking double-decker crushes your soul.
Yep, it was pretty good.
Oh my god.
And then, like, the rest of the game is nothing like that until you literally redo that start.
Yeah. And then I got killed by it again because I'm an idiot.
Same. Surely I just messed up the first time holding only gas. Nope, still lost.
Why are we getting crushed by, like, actual giant rocks?
Oh, yeah. Well,
who hired this man?
I mean, wait till you see the movie. The thrill of it is going to pop off the screen.
Yeah, you're going to tell that they were in real danger. That's what makes a movie good.
Oh, so, my lord.
I informed ArcBliss that he had the second fastest blind time of this game so far. So maybe you can infer that means yours was the fastest Polterghost.
Gosh.
Yeah, you killed it. I mean, I
literally died.
You were killed multiple times, but you also killed it.
Yeah. I would have finished with a better time, but I didn't try to do everything when it came up done and I saw it was Polterghost. I didn't, like, super focus after that on the last stage, so it was like, clip left, and I just drove away. I think I came up, like, one short on it, so I could have finished, a minute and a half sooner, probably, but...
Do you know how strict some of these are, where it's just like, oh, you failed, like, 5 of them? Go on, go ahead. Oh, you failed 2?
Yeah.
Do it over!
The last 2 stages or whatever was you had to finish with 85%.
Yeah, so it's like practice. It's like training, I guess. Like the most expensive training ever for the first many missions. And then it's, no, we're actually filming. This is going to go in a movie. So you need to get it right now.
But yes, that was a fun game. I've seen a different Stuntman before, so I had an idea of, like, just, it would be pop-up cues on what to do, but I had never seen this one.
I think I rented the other one I saw wasn't even
driving the whole time.
Wow, a GBA rental?
That is rare.
No, my uncle had a PS2, so I played some of the PS2 games when they came out. It was I made bad choices, but Stuntman's good. I wasn't expecting this to play like Burnout, but jank. But hey,
It controls surprisingly well for a Game Boy Advance game. That was the best part.
The pop-in wasn't too bad. The hitboxes were awful, but that's 3D and GBA in a nutshell.
Yeah.
I was a big fan of there's like a surreal quality to the game that's entirely unintentional due to the way that it's unable to do 3D particularly amazing.
The literal warping of the ground around you in some areas.
Yeah. And then you beat the level, and this giant man's face phases
Yeah.
into existence, and then he's gone. And you're like, I don't know what that was. I'm just gonna keep going, I guess.
Sometimes the giant
My
talking head in the
uncanny
sky
valley
tells
French
you.
man.
Yeah, it's a charming game. It charmed us on testing, and it's come back multiple times since then.
Yeah, I think there was a different one in Gamesgiving.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think someone played it somewhere recently, outside of MT. But yeah, that was a fun game. Congratulations, PolterGhost, and good luck in the rest of the tournament. And you better win because Timo's already out, so you're the only one I can cheer for who beat me.
I'll work on it. Good job not going 0-2. That's like the thing that I'm always afraid of.
No, this might be my worst MT showing ever. This is pretty good. I don't think I ever went 1-2 before.
I think that's usually where I go, but I usually have something come up in my life and things go to heck real fast, which is almost happened this time too. Like I'm living in a hotel room right now.
Yeah, luckily I'm feeling better after being sick for like 3 weeks. I did my last race in the day I felt good, and that was it. And then I went back to feeling really, really sick.
I understand that one.
Well, what's coming up for you now, Polterghost, is matches versus both of Lance Drago and Okami of Games.
Oh man, Okami and I are always neck and neck in literally everything we do, so that should be exciting.
I'm sad that I ruined the plot line by losing here and not getting to 1-2 punch Okami with my brother because he beat him in winners. I would have felt bad, but it would have been good.
I'll try to carry your torch.
Yeah.
It would have been like those Whitley brothers.
Yeah.
It's probably not
He's coming for us.
Yeah, it was. I mean, you both played fantastic. It was a good race. It was a good game. Sorry that you're out, ArcBliss.
Now I get to relax.
That's true.
I get to watch the rest of the tournament.
Congratulations to you, Polterghost, and thank you, both of you, for racing and for coming to talk to us.
Yeah. Oh, hey, in half an hour, my brother is on the Kuso race.
Ooh.
Exciting.
With Drake, I think.
Mystery Tournament regulars over there.
Yeah. I watch Kuso too. And root for my brother because he has to win, or he's out.
Ooh, elimination match. There's something going on this channel in an hour. I don't know what the plan is, Maurice.
Yeah, I have one podcast which is about half an hour. So, I don't know how the math is gonna work out on this. And
We'll
never
do our
do math.
vodcast on 30 minutes, and then anyone who wants to watch the Whitley win over a Kuso Grande can exit and do that, and then maybe he'll finish in a half hour. That's not normally what happens over there, but
The set time race, but maybe he'll do it.
he'll just beat the whole game in half the time.
Yeah, it could happen.
I appreciate someone who's trying to submit the new Spike Mole Spike emotes in their additional comments on the schedule for the upcoming match in an hour.
So I'm gonna blame this entire loss on I upgraded my computer and I lost. So don't upgrade. Play bad computer.
Never upgrade your computer.
It can finally play games, but at what cost?
Just drift further and further into obscurity. Just turn the settings lower and lower.
Yeah.
The drift might not count though, depending on how picky the director is.
I'm pretty mad at the handbrake 90, and then just do a handbrake 90. No, that wasn't quite it.
That was a handbrake 85. Sorry.
Yeah. Meanwhile, do a handbrake like 130. Yeah, that's good.
Clip left and clip right were quite mysterious to me.
Yeah. There were ones where I like ever so slightly didn't touch the wall, and it was like not good enough. And other ones where I crashed into the wall, and it was like not good enough. And then other ones where I didn't touch it at all, and it's like, yeah, that's good. You got it. Proud of you.
Ding.
You have to get close enough to high-five the ghost next to the wall.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, has anyone got any other plugs before we wrap it up?
No, I'm good.
I think I'm good for now.
All right.
All right. Congratulations, PolterGhost. Good luck.
Yeah, good game.
It was fun. All right, I'll talk to you guys next tournament because I'm out.
All right, see you guys.